Advancement in our world has been called many things. And yet one of the things that I see it being, that I see it doing, is assaulting our patience. I mean, if you think about all the different advancements that occur in technology, in our cities, in transportation, all of them are meant to not only speed things up, but to make things more convenient, to make us in a point or in a way where we do not have to wait for anything. I mean, you know that you've said this anecdotally to yourself. It's like, we don't even have to wait anymore for answering a question or trying to remember the name of a person in a movie. Because all we have to do is grab our phone, say the movie, and then all the list of information we ever want is right there at our fingertips. It's so different than what it was before. And I'm not even saying in the good old days. I'm more noticing that things are different, some for the better, but some also for the worst. Because the more that we press into advancement, the more we press into progress, the more we press into technologies, and the more that we assault, that we assail, that we attack patience. I myself have struggled with patience pretty much my whole life. Sometimes whenever I get most overwhelmed, it's not even because of the amount of work that I have, it's because I don't match the pace that I think I should be accomplishing something with the pace that I'm actually accomplishing something. And I begin to struggle. Because in some sense I've been conditioned by my own heart and by my society that waiting or being patient for something is not the way it works. At least that's not the way it should work. I mean, my kids even struggle with the idea of watching a television show one week and having to wait a full week to watch the next episode. Because the way in which TV works, the way in which our Netflix works is that you can binge watch an entire show, all 10 seasons, one episode after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. They have to wait for nothing. Saving money is not even something that our society encourages or even necessarily wants. They want to be convincing enough to us that we have to spend all of our money all of the time. Otherwise, we might not get the newest phone. We might not get the best new car. Now, why am I railing on all this stuff? Because it can very, very easily fall over into this. So how dare you engage in advancement? How dare you get new things? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm reflecting on today, what I'm reflecting on this week, is the wisdom of patience that is constantly embedded and embraced and pushed in the Proverbs that we conveniently and can consistently overlook. So there were actually 3 passages that hit me square in the head this morning. First was Proverbs chapter 14, verse 29. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. Whoever is patient has great understanding. A lot of our progress, a lot of the goal of our movements in society is to acquire ever increasing knowledge, ever increasing morsels of information. And yet the Proverbs tell us that those with the greatest understanding are the those that understand that waiting contains wisdom, that patience contains power, that being quick-tempered or quick to speak oftentimes reveals the greatest fool in our midst. Patience has something that we overlook. It's like this secret weapon that has been concealed with all of our distractions and with all of our progress. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 32. Better a patient person than a warrior. Stop for a minute. This is Solomon. He's writing in the Old Testament, a time of intense warring. He says, but better is a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. Do you honestly think it is more difficult for a king like Solomon to take another city, or to take captive of the restless heart that wants everything and wants it now? According to Solomon, he says there is far more power, there is far more wealth in learning self-control, in learning patience, than there even is attacking and conquering another city. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 15. Through patience, a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. I found that one funny for a couple of reasons. Number one, Solomon as a ruler understands how difficult it is to be persuaded. I mean, try trying to influence the President of the United States to make a decision about your home, or make a decision about something that cares for you, or any politician for that matter. Persuading a ruler? That's really impressive. And he says, but patience, through patience, a ruler can be persuaded, because that's how sharp of a weapon this is. But then I also laugh because he says, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. And he says, actually, patience and a gentle tongue, that can shatter bones. Here's the reason why I'm reflecting on this. It's not just about progress and about pace. It's also that we have forgotten the greatest weapons in our arsenal. We think that argumentation is more effective than a gentle tongue. We think that forcing our time, forcing our people, forcing our name it, is more powerful and persuasive than patience. We think that the greatest value is to get our way the quickest instead of patience. But Solomon's telling us from his personal experience, and also from the depths of the Holy Spirit speaking to us through wisdom. Patience. Patience, dear Christian, with yourself, with those around you, with your church, with the society. Patience is the way of the warrior. Patience is the way of transformation. Patience might be just the key to transform this world one person at a time. But as long as we, God's people on this earth, emulate impatience, we will continue to be a thorn in the side of a world that is looking for healing. This week, practice patience. Engage the depths of its wisdom. Tap into its power. And watch you and those around you transform into something powerful and beautiful that is able to be used by the Spirit and used by Christ himself. I love you guys. Have a good week.